thank you everyone for tuning in. My name is T the Busy Bee,
I'm your boy Skylyne Mark.
and this is Skyline Radio Show. We are back once again. We are on a new wave right now. We have to stay home. So we are definitely keying in from our homes in order to make the show happen every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Our show time is now 8 p.m. to 9:30. And thank you guys for all are tuning in. And thank you to all of our loyal audience. Thank you. Thank you. We have a guest here with us today. I wish I was like in the room so I can actually look at her. Can't get the same effect. But anyway, would you like to introduce yourself today?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Ebony Ebron, and I'm owner and lead planner of Plan Accordingly events. So it is social events as well as weddings.
All right.
Yes.
So Miss Ebony,
All right.
you coming on the show, and we're gonna just go ahead and jump on in it. And this is how we get started. We start with asking everyone how their week's been going. Nate's still on here. I don't know if he's still on or if he's in the background coordinating everything. So this is how we get started, Miss Ebony. T, what's up? How are you? How's your week been?
It's going. It's Wednesday, so I've made it over that good old hump. This week has been interesting. So I actually booked a wedding for New Year's Day of next year, and she booked with me on this past Saturday. And yesterday we had like our follow-up. So it's been an interesting week. I'm still booking clients. I'm still doing some things behind the scenes, just kind of checking in with my brides, checking in with their vendors like DJs and photographers, just kind of updating them. And also checking in with different venues, because as the updates come in, we have to get different updates from the venues. Obviously the venue is, where they're having their wedding, but I like to check in with them, just seeing like, what type of precautions are they taking, seeing what we need to do if they need any information from me. And my week has really just been, trying to check in with my brides and also upkeep, everything with my anxiety, like trying to stop from going crazy because there's just so much going on.
I feel you. T, what's going on, T? T, the Busy Bee, how you been?
The Busy Bee has not been that busy, honestly. So along with I haven't been that busy. Could you believe it? I've really been chilling. I've been visiting my grandparents. I've been working still because I still have to work from home. So I've been working. I'm working on different projects. I'm getting stuff ahead and like different things that I have going on. But other than that, there hasn't been much of anything going on. Easter was this weekend. I feel like everyone forgot about Easter. Like it was like, oh, Easter this weekend, right? Oh, okay, let's get cute for when was Easter? Like that's how I felt like everyone played with Easter this year. Mm-hmm. I got to talk to all of my siblings, so I was happy. Other than that, there hasn't really been. I've been cooling, chilling, relaxing. How's your week been, Mark?
My week has been, God, it's only Wednesday. I don't know what day it is half the time, unless it's radio show day. That's really the only day that I honestly know all day and all night, the day before and the day of, what today is. Like Friday comes and I don't know if it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's how my Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday go. Friday, I thought it was Saturday, so I'm getting prepped for Easter Day, Sunday photo shoot. Saturday comes, I'm running around here like a chicken with a head cut off, trying to get things together. And come to find out, I still got another 24 hours to go. I called my photographer, and he was like, "No, that's tomorrow. I'm not coming out there." But our photo shoot was good. It was cool. It was live. We went to a new spot at Lake Roland, and that's definitely going to be one of our to-go spots this summer. It's a lot of naturally it's outside, but you got the railroad tracks for the light rail, you got the water areas, you got the waterfall, you got the wooded areas. So as far as your nature scenes, you got a lot of different varieties that you can shoot with. So I know the all the models are gonna like it, the photographers are gonna like it. If you've never been to Lake Roland and you're an outdoors type person, go take your bug spray because I mean, it's the wooded area. Anytime you got woods and shrubs, you're gonna have bugs, and there's gonna be a lot of them. And then with being out in the wilderness, you got to be careful with ticks and everything. So I mean, it is what it is. But we went out there and we did it, and we went over by Fells Point afterwards to Silent Sons and got that big fat old chicken and rice and cheese burrito. Because I don't care what anyone says, Silent Sons got the best burritos in town, hands down. So we went by there, got some grub, had a drink, and then I came on home because after all that, I was tired. I was ready to relax. So, but it's Wednesday. I don't know if we're doing a photo shoot this weekend or not. The rest of the week is pretty much supposed to be unseasonably cool. It's not supposed to warm back up to like Monday. Then pretty much all next week is supposed to be pretty much mild, if not warm. So, but I mean, I'm maintaining, trying not to go stir crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna do when everything opens. That I ain't gonna have no type of tolerance when it comes to drinking. Damn if I ain't been sober.
I think that.
True. We are getting somewhere. We are on our way. I am over quarantine and chill. Is anyone else? So I don't really have a name for like what's really going on. I call it different things. Like I call it Corona chill time, or I call it Corona and chill, or quarantine and chill. So we're gonna go with today. We're gonna go with quarantine and chill because I feel like quarantine and chill kind of like gives it a settled kind of feel, like you're at home but you chilling, like Netflix and chill. It's like, oh, I get to go home and watch Netflix. So quarantine and chill is like, oh, I get to go home and quarantine. I don't know for how long, but I get to chill. So
Netflix has been my best friend, man. I'm trying to tell you.
You don't watch everything on there.
Man, shoot, what? Like the last 3 days, I've been watching the whole El Chapo series, and I'm like, yo.
Oh, that's what he's coming. Okay.
Damn. And I still ain't done. I think I still got like 2 or 3 more episodes to go, but it's so long. But I've watched anything and everything under the sun. Things that look like girly movies, I was like, you know what? It caught my eye. Let me check it. I can watch it for 5 minutes. If I don't like it, I can turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, I end up continuing to watch it. Like one was I don't even remember what it was. Coffee and something.
Oh, the name was, Coffee and Kareem or something like
that. Yeah, it turned out to be a pretty good movie. Kind of funny, but yeah, I'm getting to the point that I'm running out of stuff to watch because you know me, I don't be home, so watching 24/7 of TV, man, this ain't me.
Like I'm a homebody, but I'm not a homebody. Like I feel like really, I only come home to like go to sleep. Other than that, I'm on the go. So actually being home and trying to do stuff around the house, find stuff to watch, it's a lot.
Yeah, I can definitely say that. I conquered a couple of things. One of the things that I've conquered was cleaning up my sister's room. I got halfway through it. A couple things, it was just really bad. And I got like halfway through it, but I feel accomplished because I feel like within the next 2 weeks, I'll be able to transform that room into like an actual comfortable room rather than how it was. Mm-hmm. And then like I'm doing that. So now I'm like, okay, well, what else can we do in the house? Like, different things in the house. Like what else can we do in the house because there's nothing else to do. Like, you just have to, everything that you're supposed to clean up and you haven't done in a while, and you're supposed to, all the dusting and the reorganizing, throwing stuff out. This is the perfect time to do so. Like, the ozone layers are getting better. Like, the smell outside smells clean. It's like perfect. It's rare, but it's kind of, I'm not going to lie though, it has been getting to me. But instead of just like being in the house all the time, like I might go up the street to go to the store because I need to go to the store. Okay, that's my little bit of time out. Like,
maintaining a little bit of normalcy during this time is so important. You know, go to as many essential stores as you can, but obviously be safe. You know, if you want to do a quick Target run, market run, obviously now we have to like wear the mask now. I guess it's like mandated, but just try to be as normal as possible, because I can't imagine like have been like, it's some people that legit have not left their homes, since like these businesses started shutting down a month ago. And I can't imagine like not leaving. Like, obviously I have a dog, so like I have to leave to walk him, but I can't imagine like not leaving off my block. Like, I've definitely been going to Target, Walmart, the whole bit. Like, I gotta get out the house.
yeah, I realized that too. I'm not and as you know, my name is T, the busy bee, but I'm the busy bee for a reason. Most of the time, if I'm out, like, this has probably been like the most time that I sat down in a very long time altogether. But like most of the time when I'm out, I'm usually doing something, making money, doing something to help me make money. So like, I haven't been doing hair, working from home. I've been working on the nonprofit website. Like, all the other stuff is the things that I've been doing. And now it's just like, okay, I think by like day 3 of like week 1, like I do about a week. So in my mind, I can like understand like what's really happening. And like by the 3rd day of whenever the last time I decided to step outside, I'm like, oh no, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need to stretch outside. Y'all are annoying me. Like, I have a full house. Like, quarantine is real. Okay.
See, it's just me and my dog. Like, I don't know if I could have gotten through it with like a house full of people, because I mean, as much as I love being around people, I need to be able to come and go as I please. Like, I need to be able to remove myself if I want.
I can say some of those days I definitely appreciate like just being able to just relax, you know? And like, I don't have to get up and do anything. I don't have to run anywhere. Just, okay.
Yeah, that's been very refreshing.
Yeah, I can say that's a good thing. So like, I don't even know where to start. I kind of like, I don't know. Quarantine and chill has definitely been like my good go-to, and it's not like a bad thing. Or hold on. I'm sorry, guys. We are definitely live, and like I said, I have a full house, and it's about to get super loud, so I gotta go save this. Give me a second.
Bloopers.
All right, and we are back. Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. We are back. I had to save it. I was like, oh my God, they done left my door open. It's just about to I can just hear it all happening and what's not about to happen. I'm going to get through these 2 hours with minimal disruptions. That's what we're going to do today. I don't even remember where I was. Okay, let me backtrack.
Okay. It's only been started.
Thank you. That's where I was. So, how did you get started? When did you get started? Let's just start from the beginning. I don't even know. I don't want to ask you. You look very young. One. I look young. So that's what happens. I'm gonna leave that part alone. You look really young. I'm very surprised that you look as young as you do, because like 10 years from now, we still gonna look this age, bro.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
Okay. All right. So here I am. I'm back. I have everything pulled up. I'm ready now.
Okay.
How did you get started with Planned Accordingly events?
Mm-hmm. So I started in October of 2017. I initially started because I was helping one of my good girlfriends plan her daughter's birthday party, and she was just like, "This girl wants everything. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's just, everything. Like, every time I turn around, she adding something to the list." So I interjected, like, "Why don't you just let me plan it? I'll just, take over and essentially do everything." So I naturally came in with the notion to decorate, but also with the notion to get that planner experience, that coordination experience. So I immediately started talking to the people that were dropping off the food, the people that were dropping off the cake, and just anything that you can imagine that goes into a party at that point. I just came right in. The venue, all those things, came right in and just kind of juggled all those things, came up with what she wanted it to look like based off of her ideas and everything. And that's pretty much what happened. So prior to that, I had done events like in the office, like decorating events, planning events, just kind of toyed around with it. And then that summer of 2017, I did a baby shower, but I felt like I didn't really get to put my whole creative self into it. So once I saw that my friend was like, needed help. Well, it seemed like she needed help. She didn't ask, but it seemed like she really needed help with planning her daughter's birthday party. I was just like, this is my second chance to try and, redeem myself and really do something creative with this. And I want to say, like, we started this process like August or September of 2017. And by the time October came, I'm like, okay, I think I need to finally start this business that I've been going back and forth about. Because like, as I was like posting what I was doing with the party, like people were like, well, I need you to do, so-and-so party and this party and that party. So I'm like, okay, let me create a business because I'm not about to just be doing parties. If I'm going to be doing anything, I'm going to be making money from it.
Right.
So I was like, let me start this business. So the first thing I did was I created a Facebook, then I created an Instagram. And mind you, like I said, I started this process in August. I started the business officially in October. And the party wasn't until November. So like I only had one client, but literally after her birthday, I had booked like 5 more clients. And I want to say like 2 were for that year. Then it was like 3 more for 2018. So, and 2018 was amazing for my business. I did almost 50 events alone in 2018. So it literally went from 0 to 100. Like it was like as soon as I started my website in January of 2018, it just, it just hit the ground running. And I couldn't be happier that so many people, patronize my business, really trust me with their events and now their weddings, which is an even bigger trust that people, trust me with their wedding day, which is one of the most important days of their lives.
Yes. And where are you from, by the way?
I'm from Baltimore.
Okay. So are most of your events located in Baltimore, or where have you been? Have you ever had to travel for any events?
Mm-hmm. So most of them are in Baltimore, but I've had several events in New York, several events in Pennsylvania. I've done all over the DMV, so DC, Maryland, Baltimore, all those things, Delaware. Going into this summer and next year, I'll be going into destination weddings only. So right now I have 2 destination weddings that I'm working on. One is in Jamaica for this November, and then one is in St. Lucia for next April. So that's something that, our business has kind of transitioned into doing destination weddings. And, my goal is to have it be destinations only.
So did you want it to be, was there a specific reason why you wanted it to be destinations only rather than any local weddings? Because that's actually a smart and good idea. Yeah. I just want to know why you decided.
So I want to be able to travel for a living. And what better way to do that?
Traveling for free.
Exit travel for free. Because when I'm booked for a destination wedding, they pay for my travel. But outside of that, it means a lot to me knowing that I'm chatting with people from all over the world, essentially.
Right.
For this one event, to create this one event. So it definitely shows that I'm dedicated, that, you know, I'm up at all hours of the night talking to this person in Jamaica, that person in Canada. You know, also it broadens my range. So when you do a destination wedding, your client can live anywhere. My client can live, like right now I have clients that live in Delaware, and their destination wedding is in St. Lucia. So I can essentially have clients live anywhere, and I don't have to travel back and forth. So say like if I book a New York wedding and it's in New York, I would have to travel back and forth to New York to meet with them and do different things. With destination weddings, you go a few days before the wedding, and that's it. I don't have, unless they want to travel to the resort prior to, that's not something that we really need to do, because with the resorts, they make it very easy for you to, you know, get a really good idea of what you're booking. So, yeah, they do a really great job. So it's a great partnership, and it very much mirrors what I do here. You know, if I have an event at Martin's Ease, well, wedding at Martin's Ease or Marriott, they come with a venue manager, and we have a great partnership to overall, you know, create a really good day for the couple. And it's the same thing with the resorts. So, like I said, I want to travel for a living, and two, like I said, it just gives me a lot of pride knowing that, you know, I'm talking with all these different people, managing all these different people from all over the world, and like I said, it broadens my range. I can literally be planning an event for anyone in the world. So
You said something about Marriott. If you ever have an event with Marriott and you haven't planned it yet, or if you ever plan to do a Marriott event, you want to get in contact with a young lady named, who is one of our special guest co-hosts. She used to be on the radio show full time, but due to work, she had to leave. So we try to bring her back once a month. But her name's Fawnetta Brown. I'll text you her contact information.
Okay, that works for me. Which Marriott?
BWI.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
So, so I get you on the travel and the passion, and you got to make your passion make your money, and then you got to throw traveling in there as well. Like that has to be the most creative idea that a lot of people have decided to start doing and coming up with. Like a lot of the businesses that are coming and creating now, appearing and creating now, it's like, so what's your niche? You know, with us, we feed the homeless. With me and Mark, we also feed the homeless every third weekend of the month. We stop in the moment of the coronavirus. We're not going to talk about it right now. We're going to keep going. I see it all over your face, Mark. I see it all over your face.
We're not talk about it
right now. But like, even with us being out there, like the prep work and everything, he made me lose my train of thought. Give me a second.
My bad.
Dang, Mark.
You get old.
What do you like most about entrepreneurship? I think that's where my question was leading to anyway. So that's where we're gonna go with.
Good comeback.
What I like most is that I get to make my own choices, and they may not even always be the right choices, but you know, it's trial and error, and you know, like every other job I've had, like I can't just make a decision on my own. I'm still following some type of pattern or standard or expectation that has been set, you know, a rule that has been set for me. But with having your own business, you kind of do what works for you, and you find out what works for you. Like I said, when I first started, my niche was theme parties, and then it changed to social events, and then it changed to, oh, now I just want to do weddings and adult birthday parties. Now it's moving into I kind of want to just do destination weddings only. So I like that I like to make my own rules. I mean, that I can make my own rules. that I just kind of am seeing, you know, what fits best for me. It's always changing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, that's the most rewarding part. And I like the fact that I've been able to touch so many lives in such a short amount of time. Like it's been it'll be 3 years in October. So really still a new business. And I've been able to touch so many lives, help so many people, be a part of so many celebrations, meet so many different families, and essentially become a part of their family. So that's been really rewarding. And just to know that, you know, I've made so many people smile and so many happy moments has been very nice.
Yes. I was just touching on that. I just saw that. I was reading that as well. I have your whole bio pulled up, by the way. But, I was just reading about that as well. And with you being able to touch other people in their businesses, what was the best experience that you ever had with your business?
I would have to say, like, all the children's parties always kind of like tug at my heartstrings, because especially like starting out, I'm gonna say like my first year of business, as much as I love them, but they're just not my target customer anymore, target client. Very much the single moms. You know, I tip my hat to single moms. You know, they can't always make everything happen, but they make their child smile at the end of the day. You know, and that's why I was always on their side and always making sure that I was really accommodating, because, you know, I know what it's like to be raised by a single mom, but my mom always made sure that our birthdays were really special. So just knowing that, you know, they may not have their money on time, or they may not have it all, but I know that this mother is like busting her tail to make this party happen. And I know that they ultimately just want their daughter or their son to be elated. So that I have a big heart when it comes to that. And I, you know, in the future would love to start a nonprofit that can do parties for children, you know, who moms maybe don't have it for, they have the necessities, but maybe they don't have it for a blowout birthday party. So I would love to surprise kids with a huge birthday party. But, you know, just the way that my business aligns, that's just not something that I can do. I can't, you know, put aside my profit just because I have a big heart. As much as I want to, I just can't. But like I said, at the end of the day, that first year of business, just seeing the, you know, the countless kids that was really happy. And a lot of times the kids will cry at their birthday because they just know how much their mom has worked so hard, and they're just so happy. And, you know, just to see this amazing event and have all the things that they want there that I was able to provide, decor wise, you know, the candy table, all those types of things. It really warms my heart.
Don't forget the fathers out there.
The fathers, guys.
I had my son since he was 1.5. My son is 18 now. Get on my last nerve, but that's my son.
Yeah.
You know, through the years, he's asked different type of questions that I didn't know how to answer, but I answer to the best of my ability, because at the end of the day, what I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna lie to my child.
Right.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm not gonna push nothing under the rug. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's gonna want answers from her, whether he gets them or not. That's between him and her. But I had to do the best that I could possibly do for those 16 and a half, 17 years. And yes, it was a struggle. Everything that I've ever said beforehand about a woman, I've coughed it back up, because at the end of the day, it's not all about you. You know what I mean? You can't be selfish. You have another life that depends on you.
Yeah.
Oh, what? You're not hanging out tonight? Nah, I got my son this weekend. So I have obligations that I have to tend to. Did I want to hang out? Hell yeah. Why not? You know what I mean? But I had a child late too. So my routine, when I say my routine of going out 4 or 5 times a week came to a screeching halt, I had to do what I had to do. You know what I mean?
So what did you do for his birthdays? Like, did you always live up to the expectations for his birthdays?
Yes and no. Sometimes he got what he wanted, sometimes he didn't. But at the end of the day, he was happy with what he did get. My son didn't always get what he wanted, but at the same time, he's never wanted for anything. I got a very enormous support group within my family, within some friends. So I mean, I did the best that I could do on my side, but at the same time, everyone was always there, except for that key person. You know what I mean? Like, my son's in a basketball program. Why would you buy him a basketball for Christmas? The boy's got 3 basketballs. Why would you buy him that? You know what I mean? So, but that's between him and her. It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. He's 18 now. He's grown. He's out here trying to find his way in life, and all I can do is support him with the choices that he makes, whether they're the right ones or the wrong ones. I have to let him live and learn on his own, like my father did me.
Mm-hmm.
My
This
father
is true.
didn't want me to go this way or that way, but look, you lived yours. I have to live mine. It's a different time. It's a different era, and that's how everything is with my son. It's a different time, different era. The only thing I can literally stress that you can't do what we did 20 years ago, because the rules and the laws have all changed. 20 years ago, you get caught drinking and driving, it is what it is. Now, you're looking at a year, 2, maybe 5 years, depending on the severity of your issue. You know what I mean? You can't go out here and do this and that with this girl, that girl, whatever, because what we did 20 years ago, you can't do nowadays. When a girl says no, either you're going to get twisted some sort of way, or you're going to get locked up. You know what I mean? So, and it's not just with girls, it's with boys too.
With women, because we're women and men because we're grown.
What went on 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, you can't do the same thing nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Within business, whether it's what I do, whether it's what you do, Tiana, whether it's what you do, Ebony, we can't do in business nowadays what was allowed 20 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, one of the things that I do in my spare time of being T the Busy Bee, because I got the name for a reason, is I do trap Zumba fitness shows. And I think that was my first taste. I mean, not fitness shows. It was a fitness party. I'm sorry. And I believe that was my first taste of actually, event planning from beginning to end. But even with that, I did it with my cousin. Her name is BMO Fit. She resides in Fort Washington, but her services are provided between anywhere in the DMV area. All you got to do is hit her up. She'll give you a time and place to meet. You're going to work out. You're going to get that workout, okay? Yes. Shameless plug. I'm sorry. I had to put my cousin out there. Right. So she had us set up the party. The party had venues. It had to have the amount of people. We had to create a flyer. We had to pull together those like last minute things like who was going to be picking up the food
So
and
many details.
so many details. And I like when I say I helped in the beginning. I helped her create the vendors info list that we needed to for the vendors to come in. And I think like I helped on setup day, and I was part of the move, like part of the whole show and everything. I vended my own jewelry because that's something else I do on the side too.
Okay.
So yeah,
Come
I
on,
told you,
stream.
yes, the busy bee. You get it, girl. And I did all of that, and at the end of it, I can say like the best moment that I had was at first we thought it was almost a flop. We thought it was almost a flop because you know colored people's time. Everyone always got to be late.
Okay.
Always got to be late. So, you know, we're sitting there for like an hour. We're like, dang, man, are these people coming? Like, what? She's like, T, what do I do? Like, do I stop it? Do I shut it down? And I'm like, no, like, don't shut it down. We got it. We're going to keep it going. We're just going to keep going. People are going to show up. We're just going to get started. So I'm like the backbone to the whole thing, just putting it together. By the end of it, we stood on the stage. We looked out in the crowd. There was about 80 people there.
That's
all the
good.
vendors made money, and we was just like, we did it. Like we really did it, and that was like the best moment ever. And then like the next time that I decided to do event planning or help with event planning was for my friend's wedding. That's when I got my real taste.
Yeah, the wedding will definitely make or break. And
yes,
it was. Here's the 2017 was filled with just so many times where I was helping with events, and I had helped with one of my friends' weddings in the summer of 2017, and I absolutely loved it. I was like, I need more of this feeling. Like, it was amazing. Now, of course, like I said, at work, I had helped with like the fall festival, casino day, St. Patrick's Day. I mean, you name it, any event, I was helping plan it. That was me. But with the wedding, I was just like, oh yeah, like I really enjoyed the wedding piece. Like that was cool. That was really
for the wedding. For me, I was a bridesmaid, and and all of the bridesmaids were from different areas, so they all had to conjoin in one area. She started planning like a year before, and at this point we're all like, so what's going on? And she's like, I have everything, but like just trying to get everyone to come together. It was like horrible. Like she was ready just to throw everything, like just to throw everything.
Maid of honor to help her, or
no, it was just
or maid of honor, or
she did it all herself. She was the event planner for her own wedding. So this one was really unique. Yes. And I must say that this had to be like the best experience.
When I get married, should I get married, I'm hiring a planner.
Because it gets stressful. And I was the only one in the area, in like the DMV.
So you were like her right hand. You were like maid of honor kind of.
Yes. And then a week before, like the Monday before they got married, they were getting married on that Saturday. On Monday, I threw my back out.
Oh no!
Yes, it was like the leading up to it was just like the worst. But what I did do was that Tuesday and Wednesday I rested a lot. Thursday I rested, and then Friday I just helped her find a lot of the different things and that she needed. Saturday, from head to toe, I was there from beginning to end. I ran everything. I set up the tables. I did this. I did that. Ran around with my head cut off till my back went out again. And I was like, no.
Where was the wedding?
It was in Colombia. It was very beautiful. It was I have to say, it's one of the best experiences that I had for someone who is a creative to decide to create their own wedding and put it together from the venue from beginning to end. Like we went to different places, and part of it was like a thrifted wedding. So like we were like literally in the thrift store. We found the flowers and we spray painted the flowers. Like we spray painted the vases.
Oh wow!
We literally created everything. Yeah. Like, I truly love that experience. That's why I asked you earlier, like, what is one of those experiences where it was just like, oh my God, this has to have it.
So it's crazy because when I first started, I was very hands-on. I wanted to do everything, but I learned that in doing, like, I can't do everything. I can't make everything that's going into this event. And if I am doing that, then I'm not the right person for them, because there are some, I would call them event designers. I wouldn't really call them a planner, that they do want to create every single portion of that party. But that's just not something that I want to do. Like I said, when I first started, when it was just a handful of clients, it was like, okay, I can custom make everything that is happening at this party. But like once I got over I was like, yeah, I can't make every single thing. Everything at this party cannot be handcrafted by Ebony Ebron. Like we gonna have to outsource some stuff, and you know, that's when you, like I was saying earlier, making those rules for myself, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. Okay, I need to outsource for this. I need to hire an actual designer to do these things. Like, that's when I realized, like, okay, yes, you like to decorate, but creating every single thing, that's, you know, you need to outsource. It's people that do those specific things, and you need to just focus on the planning and the styling, and that's it, and the coordination. But yeah, it was a point in time where it was like, okay, like, I'm going to make everything that people see at my events. And it was just like, no, I can't do that.
Right.
I can't do that at all, actually. So
what is, yes, Mark, I'm sorry. You know, I'll be loaded with questions, so it's your turn.
You ever have people ask if you provide, you know, within your cakes for your weddings, do you do exotic cakes? Do you have someone that provides exotic cakes?
When you say exotic, what do you mean?
Like Henny cakes or
and they can make a cake look just like it.
Just designer cakes in general. Yeah, I have a couple of different designers I work with as far as cakes. A lot of the venues that I work with, they provide the cake, but in the event that I'm working with a venue where they're not providing a cake, I have a lot of different designers to choose from. And I'm always looking for newer, you know, designers that maybe I don't know to work with.
Okay. Good enough.
So we're actually hitting the midpoint of our show.
Okay.
I would say that this is usually the fastest 2 hours of your life, but ironically, we're only on for an hour and a half. And this is the fastest hour and a half of your life. But would you like to hold on. I'm sorry.
Would you like to provide your contact information?
Yes, thank you.
No, what you say?
Like to provide your contact information for everybody to be able to follow you.
Yeah, sure. So if someone wants to book an event, wedding, or you know, if they want to have a consultation, they can go to www.planaccordinglyevents.com. It is all spelled correctly. There's no abbreviations. You can also send an email to events@planaccordinglyevents.com. And if they would like to follow the Instagram or Facebook, it's just Plan Accordingly Events. They can check out my work, check out, you know, some reviews on Facebook. Again, on Instagram, they can pretty much keep in touch with Plan Accordingly Events, seeing what we're up to. Obviously, right now, we're not up to too much. But I mean, the crazy thing is I have so many pictures that I still haven't posted from weddings. So I'm like, maybe I need to go ahead and do that. But yes, Instagram, Facebook, Plan Accordingly Events, website, planaccordinglyevents.com. My personal Instagram is ebony.ebron, and my Facebook is ebony and ebron. So if they would like to catch up with me on there, see what I'm doing in my personal life, they can definitely do so. I've recently added on my blog series, which I post the video as well as the blog format so they can read it. So the blog they can read on my website. They just go to planaccordinglyevents.com/blog, or if they go to my homepage, they can scroll down to blog and just click on it there. If they go to my Instagram, it's on my IGTV. So it's called the Coffee and Mascara blog. And essentially what I've been discussing is just confidence boosting tips, self-care tips, feminine care tips, really just discussing a whole lot of femininity and boosting your femininity and confidence. So just a different side, because I don't want everything that's associated with me to be so business and so serious all the time. So, there are other things that I like besides planning weddings. There are other things I'm passionate about, such as mental health, feminine care, femininity, and boosting our confidence. Obviously, I'm going to talk about businesses and promoting Black businesses, women businesses, but I definitely want to talk about some of the other things, like I said, I'm passionate about.
Yes, I was actually about to lead into that as well. And you beat me to the punch once again.
Sorry.
It's okay. You be ready. This is why we had to prepare. I was actually going to ask about your blog, but how did you get started with your blog?
Oh my goodness. So the blog, I've been going back and forth about starting that since I started my business, to be honest, because like when I first started my business, I'm like, all right, I got to start a blog so they can see what I'm doing every day. I need to start a YouTube. Like I need to be blogging about the different things I'm making. Excuse me. And again, that was back when I was more hands-on with every single event, making things. So I'm like, oh, I need a Pinterest about every event that I'm doing. I need to be blogging about it, but I just really didn't have the time to. Like, I was like, if I have extra time, that needs to be focused on sleeping, resting, eating, the essential things.
Self-care.
Exactly. It needs to be focused on self-care. So I'm like, I don't really have time to blog. And then, in the last year, I'm like, there's just so much I want to talk about, but I don't even know if anybody wants to listen to what I got to say. And that's why the last couple of months I have been going back and forth about it. I have been wanting to start the blog since like December or January, but I just kept going back and forth. Like nobody wants to hear what I gotta talk about. I'm better off just listening to somebody blog instead of having my own. And also I didn't really know the type of format that I wanted to do. I'm like, do I want to write it out? Do I want to do a video? I hate my voice, so I don't really know if I want to do that. But I just decided that, with every blog that I make, I want to do a video that, kind of follows up and gives you more information, more details about what I'm feeling in the blog. So it's been really therapeutic for myself. A lot of people have been giving me a lot of good feedback that they've been getting a lot out of it, which is really amazing. I love that. And it's only been 3 blogs so far. So I love that so many people have let me know, like, hey, this has been really helping me out. Like I've been, following this. That's been really rewarding to hear. But yeah, I just, like I said, my business takes up so much of my life, which is a good thing, but I don't want that to be the only thing that people associate me with. Like, I want people to know, like, there's still Ebony Ebron, the person behind the business. Like, I want to promote certain things, especially certain things within the Black community amongst women, especially, particularly femininity. I just feel like, that's just my way to spread that. And also, I definitely want to spread the fact that, we all need to be on a self-care tip, especially right now with everything going on. So, it's been really important to me. Like I said, it's been a long time coming, me starting this blog.
Yes. How did you, when you had the moment where you were kind of scared, like you didn't know if you would have the followers and everything, did you just go to Instagram and was like, Instagram, I'm creating a blog? Like, how did that go? And what was the outcome?
So, it really started because, I started wearing lashes like back in December, and I kept having issues with applying them. Like I always used to say, like, if I could apply my own lashes, oh my God, like I could literally rule the world if I could just put my own damn lashes on, because every time that I've gotten my makeup done for like an event, or if I was going somewhere, it was because I wanted to wear lashes. Because I want to, if I'm taking professional pictures, or if I know like I'm going somewhere and a lot of people are going to take my picture, I feel like I need lashes on because they make my eyes look a little more alive. Like my eyes are very squinty. So when I don't have lashes on, like I feel like I look like I'm 10 years old. I feel like my eyes look closed, and it doesn't look good on pictures. I know this is really vain, but whatever. I just felt like
it happens.
I just feel like my eyes look too closed and pinched when I don't have my lashes on. Don't get me wrong, I wear some really good mascara, but it's something about lashes. So ever since like November and December, I kept trying with the lashes, and I want to say by the time like January, February came, I got it. Like, so I started wearing lashes every single day, and everybody kept saying, "How did you get from struggling to now, like you being able to wear lashes every single day?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a tutorial. I'm gonna have to do a video. So then I was like, all right, maybe I'll start blogging about beauty and fashion, because people always ask me like where I bought this from, where I bought that from, how do I get these good deals on these clothes, blah, blah, blah. And I'm always sharing links on where I get things from. So I'm like, maybe instead of me just sharing random links on my time, I'm like, hey y'all, the dress I wore yesterday is from this place, blah, blah, blah. Like I'll just put it all on a blog. So those things I still haven't integrated in the blog, but I will. It's coming.
Yes.
But so one day, I don't know, like I was drinking some coffee and I had my little lashes. I was like, you know what? I'm going to name my blog the Coffee and Mascara blog, because I feel like with the right cup of coffee and the right, set of mascara, you can rule the world. Like anything is possible as a woman, So that's where it came to me. So I'm just like, so everything is kind of everything is not centered around the lashes, but basically for each of the blogs, I have a tidbit in a video where I do say what lashes I'm wearing, where I got them from, and 90% of the lashes I wear are minks or silk lashes, and I get them from Black-owned businesses that sell lashes. So, it's a way for me to plug that fellow sis that's getting that coin. And a lot of people are actually buying from these companies, which I'm really, really excited for, because, a lot of people are doing the lash sales right now. I want them to make that coin. And I don't want any, and I'll be telling them, like, don't give me free lashes. I'm going to buy them at a regular price. I want to support your business. Like, I don't want you to give me anything for free. And sometimes they still throw stuff in there. I'm like, I don't do it for promotion. I'm going to promote you for free. You don't have to give me a thing.
Right.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, the idea just kind of came to me as far as the coffee and mascara, because it's fun, it's cute, it's feminine, and it kind of, it's like a conversational piece. So
yay! I'm glad that it's out. I'm gonna go read because I have to.
Please read. And so I've been posting them every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Today I posted the one at like 4:15. So I was like, because last week it took a while to post. I was like, maybe I need to start it before 5. So we posted somewhere between 3 and 5 p.m. But as far as the actual blog post, I try to have that posted the day before or on Wednesdays. But basically, you can look for a new one every single Wednesday. Yep.
So it's planned accordingly. You're only it's planned accordingly, like your full-time job. You were able to like just stop working altogether and be able to do this full-time outside of
I actually
the virus.
I actually left my job. Oh my God. A year ago today, but I went back to my job in February. So let me talk, and this is going to be the self-care portion. So I left my job April 15th of last year, exactly a year ago today. And I was really excited to be self-employed. It was an amazing time because I felt like I needed to be away from my job at that point, because my numbers were down. I worked at a call center. So like my numbers were down. My numbers were tanking. I wasn't making really good commission. And I felt like my business was bringing in enough money for me to adequately pay my bills, leave, and then some. So my business, like it needed my attention. And let me tell you, it's the day I left my job, in that week, I booked 4 clients. So I was able, like when I was at work, I would be like, oh, like I'm going to have to do a consultation during my lunch break, or I'm going to have to do a consultation when I get off work. And just to be able to talk to people like right on the spot or meet them right on the spot, be on the phone with them right on the spot, that was really good because I felt like that's what allowed for me to book those clients, those brides right away. And 2019 was really amazing because of that. But I felt like once I left, I didn't have a good balance of my business. So it was like my business got 100% of me. Whereas I felt like I felt like by me leaving and focusing on my business, you know, my money would increase, which it did. Profits increased tenfold. Weddings were getting amazing. But I was not giving myself any attention, like at all. It was literally texting all night, emailing all night, phone calls whenever, phone calls early in the morning, me not even really being able to spend time with friends, family, and go to personal social events because I'm pouring into my business. And like I said, I wouldn't have traded that experience for the world because I needed that experience.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, I had to sacrifice those things. But in learning that, I learned that I don't think I want to be fully self-employed because I have to learn balance. And if I don't learn balance, I'm going to go crazy. And if I go crazy, I can't take on clients. If I can't take on clients, I can't pay bills. So
Yes.
I was just like, right now, I'm just gonna have to go back to work. Also, I had some personal things happen.
Oh no.
Huh?
No, I thought my internet went out. Keep going. I'm listening.
But yeah, so my car in September of last year, what happened? I don't know, but it broke down. It broke down. And that set me back. Like that set me all the way back. And that's when like just a lot of anxiety started happening. I started kind of seeking into depression. It was really hard it was even harder for me to focus. Like I feel like spring and summer had already sucked so much energy out of me. And then when that happened with my car, it was like, okay, it was something that took a huge, like mentally, I was drained from the whole situation. So it was like I had to focus on the rest of my fall and winter events and weddings, but I had to do so much to get my car together just for it to keep failing and keep failing. I just kept putting money and money and money into it. And I ultimately wound up just buying a new car, which I love. But I wish that I would have just bought a new car and just moved on with my life instead of trying to like get it together. Because I feel like it drained me financially and it drained me mentally. And if it wasn't for that, I'm not gonna say I would not have gone back to work, but things probably would have been a little bit different right now.
Thank you.
Things probably would be a little bit different right now, but I know for a fact that everything happens for a reason. So when I decided to go back to work, it was a little bit after I got my car because I'm like, all right, this car it was just too much. But my old supervisor from Comcast knew about a position that was open. And the position that I have now with Comcast, it's a marketing and events position. I have an MBA in marketing and I love doing events. So I've been able to learn more about events on a corporate side, which are some things that I've been able to pour into my business. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. And who would have knew that this day on quarantine would have happened? Because everybody, like, a lot of people don't know that I've gone back to work because it's only been a little over 2 months that I've been back to work. So people are like, "Are you okay? Like during the quarantine? Like I know you're self-employed." I'm like, "Well, actually, I'm sitting at home.
I'm working. I'm working from home."
But don't get me wrong, I still was looking forward to income. I had 2 April weddings, 2 May weddings, and 2 June weddings that have all been rescheduled. And because they've been rescheduled, you know, I didn't they're not required to pay their wedding in full. So like that's still missed income. It's still income that I was counting on. Not counting on, but yeah, I'm counting on it. Like that's my income. That is my income. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but we just have to adjust to the times and be as we have to be as flexible as possible. You know, some people don't have that choice because they are fully self-employed, you know, and my heart definitely goes out to those that are self-employed right now. But the government, it seems like they have a lot of good things for people who are self-employed. I've had a lot of people send me things for people who are self-employed that I still could apply for, because I still have a business that has been tremendously affected by this whole quarantine business. You know, that's 6 weddings that have to be rescheduled and, you know, figured out. And, you know, so far only 2 have been rescheduled for August. And it's just like trying to figure out the dates that they want to go in, and really just trying to motivate them while keeping myself motivated. And pretty challenging, but I'm the glue that has to keep everything together. I got to keep the bride motivated. I got to keep her from going crazy, from her saying, you know what, let me just go to the courthouse. Let me just go to my backyard and get married. You know what I mean? I got to keep her motivated. I got to keep constant communication with the venues and the vendors. So like, I'm still working, you know, through this all, but it has definitely impacted me, you know, not being able to talk to people face to face, knowing that I'm sitting on all this decor that is just sitting here. I can't really do anything with it. So like right now we're supposed to be a wedding week. I was supposed to have a wedding this upcoming Saturday. So it just feels like something is like undone inside of me. It's weird.
Yeah. Have you done anything like virtually, like maybe like a how to put together something, like anything else to like take up your time? Or have you just been strictly on business, keeping all the venues into it? Like, other than the blog, like how else have you been spending your time with quarantine and calling venues?
I've been working from home. So like my position with Comcast, I still have to work from home. It's a lot of communications, a lot of marketing, email blasts, things like that. Just kind of busy work. As far as with Plan Accordingly events, I've been, you know, reaching out to clients, because a lot of wedding planning is definitely that personal touch. So you want to, you know, kind of talk to them as if they're like your best friend. So I definitely check in with them. Hey girl, how's it going? How you feeling mentally? How the kids doing? I know they're driving you crazy right now. So I definitely have to be as personal as possible. But also I really do care about them. Like I form an individual relationship with each of my clients. So I'm constantly checking in on them to make sure that they're okay, to make sure that their families are okay, to make sure that they're staying safe. You know, everything doesn't have to be about their wedding or about the business. Sometimes it's just a checkup on them, and, you know, seeing how they're doing. They check up on me. Like it's like one whole little family over here. So
yeah,
that's really great. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really, like I said, I've been really bad at posting on Instagram. I have so many pictures I could be posting, so many style shoots I could be posting. Like it's so much content that has not even touched my business Instagram that I could be posting. But these days it's just been really hard, because I've been trying to stay off of social media as much as I can. But because I run a business that not necessarily is on, with the blogging, I kind of have to promote that. That's something that I want to promote. But with the blogging, like I said, I really only log in to promote that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. The rest of the week, I really don't get on Instagram, because it's just mentally draining, especially right now. In a normal space, I may take like 2 weeks off of Instagram every couple of weeks, just because. So of course right now I'm like, I just don't want to be on Instagram. But like I said, obviously for the blog's sake, because I actually want to reach people, because I know it's going to help people, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are enough for me. But it's been hard. Like I said, it's, you know, trying to stay sane, trying to keep a little bit of normalcy. It's been a challenge. Some days I feel like I got it all going on, and some days I'm like, I just want to log out of all social media, watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and relax.
Right. So, like, even where to start? Okay. Social media. Let's start with social media, because it's like being an influencer, or being someone of a radio show host, or having a business. Like, you have to be like on social media. But just like you, I've taken my break from social media for about 2.5 weeks now. with self-care, I usually am okay sometimes, but then I also realize that sometimes, I learned different things over the years, over like the last 3 years. I learned different things about myself. So, the way that people project themselves, it brings me anxiety because of what they're projecting on me. So, a lot of social media is really projections of how people are feeling in that moment. So, things get a little haywire, it gets a little crazy. People feel how you feel, then they start degrading you. Then they, now you're all types of names and everything. Like, and I was checked in the midst of the coronavirus by my mentor. And, you can't really get mad at your mentor for checking you in a sense, but at the same time, it was an unreasonable check in a sense. So, that bothered me, and then everything else. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to remove myself from the coronavirus syndrome. Like,
because if you're constantly reading and seeing statuses about it, it will, whether you think it's getting to you or not, it's getting to you. It's definitely getting to you.
Right. And after I had it only takes me one anxiety attack now to know too much is too much. Okay. One.
Log out. And every time you think about logging in, go watch something. Every time I think about logging in, I'll go on YouTube and listen to a podcast. I'll go sit on my couch. You know what? I'm not even going to log in. Let me sit on my couch. Let me watch this show. Let me go on YouTube. Let me listen to this song. Let me go cook. Let me go clean something. But to say, we're in this culture where everybody's, I'm so unbothered. Like, no, you're definitely bothered, especially if you have to keep telling people how unbothered you are. Newsflash, you're bothered. So
you're big bothered.
You're big bothered. So it's like, you don't have to keep telling. If you're really unbothered, you do not have to keep telling us. I promise you. Like, the best way to be unbothered, don't make announcements like, I'm logging out of social media for the next week. Just do it.
Just do it. Anything that you feel like you need to say and do, if you need to escape someone's their misery, escape it. Just do it. Swipe right on past.
And honestly, like, if you post the right way, like, my pages are very curated, especially my Instagram, both my business and my personal. I curate things in such a designed way. Like, I'm very strategic with my posts. So, like, if you go to my page right now, everything looks very strategically placed. And it's like that for a reason, because if I don't go on Instagram for the next week or two, people will still have something curated and beautifully displayed, and they can, and the story will still make sense. Even I can take a month off social media and still come back to likes, because when people are coming across my page, it jumps out to them, both the business and the personal page.
Yes.
So you definitely want to make sure that you keep something there for them to look at, keep it fresh. And you can always go, it's so many of these like little Instagram curator wannabe coaches, and they always giving away like some free template or some free challenge for you to do, and just kind of look through that page, see the type of things they post and do, and make it your own.
Yes, I was just about to say that. You just take the good points, see what they can do, and you step off and you make it what you need. Sometimes it's not even about like being in a class or being in there. It's just like you, I have 2 degrees as well. So like sometimes you really have to, and then I do everything like on a business spectrum or radio show. Like, it's really weird. My life is weird, but it's okay. It happens. So like, just getting the content, just getting to build it, creating the Instagram as to how it's supposed to post or how it's supposed to look and everything. Like, at some points on my Instagram, I realized that I need to clean my Instagram up, which is fine. Like, I need to clean both my Instagrams. I probably need to be more active with the Instagram, but long story short,
it's not even about being active and on there, because when you look, a lot of these social media like influencers, some of them post once a week and you don't even realize it. or sometimes less than that. It's about just being really strategic. So, like I said, if I have to find like the people that I've like the people's pages that that I have kind of mirrored mine after, and also look at I don't know. Every time that I see those Instagram little coaches, I subscribe because I get the freebies. They're always giving away some freebies, but they're always also giving away. They do have some good content that you can buy and courses that you can buy to actually learn a thing or two, which will be really helpful. So, I mean, cleansing your Instagram is definitely important. In 2000, what year was that? 18, I cleaned my Instagram. I deleted every picture, and well, not every picture, I archived some, but I pretty much wiped everything clean. And I'm really happy that I did that because it doesn't take people forever to swipe through and figure out who Ebony Ebron is. They don't have to, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's not about who posts the most or who's active the most. It's definitely when you're on there being active. Like I said, I've only been posting once a week, and on my actual profile, I post less than that. Like I post on my story almost every day sometimes. But as far as my actual profile, you see, like before last week, I want to say the poster for that was like a month or two ago. But it's making sure that when you do post, when you get comments, that you're interacting with those people, or that, you know, if you do the hashtags, that the hashtags are very meaningful and eye-catching, and that a lot of people in your area will see it. So you guys want to make sure that you're using the right hashtags. Obviously, use your own personal hashtags that you had for the radio show, but also use things like Baltimore comedy, or, you know, Baltimore entrepreneurs, all those different things. So you definitely want to use whatever city you're in or whatever state you're in. You want to use both of those. And that's been very influential with my business Instagram. I'm always using Baltimore Wedding Planner, Maryland Wedding Planner, Baltimore Bride, Maryland Bride, or like, you know, I like those main 6 ones, and then I do DMV Bride, DMV Wedding Planner. I'm always using like those main 6 ones because those are the ones that get my page the most attention. And like I said, I haven't posted on my business Instagram since the end of February. As far as on the actual profile, I've posted some things in the story, but I'm still getting followers. I'm still getting people commenting and still liking. So it's definitely those hashtags.
Well, I'm definitely going to go check out your page to see what different clues I can pick up so that I can change some things. I definitely feel like a new and improved Skylyne Foundation social media interactive, everything is about to be in full effect. I'm going to figure it out because, you know, it's like something new. Like you have 2 months to create. You have 2 months. Like no matter what anyone says, I don't plan outside to be open until June 1st. So in my mind, it's 2 months.
Please don't tell me that.
I know. I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe it either. They definitely just extended DC stay-at-home order until May 15th. So I can only imagine what's going to happen. Like, okay, May 15th, give it about 2 more weeks, June 1st, boom. So June 1st is the deadline because this stuff has to be over and I need to get back to work and I need to get back to living. I need to get back to still doing hair. I also do hair on the side too. I'm like a pandemic. Yes, boo, the busy bee.
Hey, look, Ebony. If you need your if you need your whip flipped, T the busy bee, she got you.
Yeah. Shoot, it's okay. Look. I followed you on Instagram. But what was I saying? See, Mark, you did it again.
Okay, good. I got
to say, you don't want to talk because I forgot.
Look, because hey, look, this is a Skylyne radio show, and
we got 15 minutes left.
He be taking over sometimes. Look, when we in the studio on the actual radio show, she'd be like, "Mark, would you like to ask a question?"
Look, I'm sorry. Ebony has been like having my full attention this whole time. It's like, let me pull out some more info out of her because I need to figure this out.
I got this. Look, I got this. See, I got this.
I mean, you can always call me or text me. My info is right in my page. When you hit contact, it takes you right to my phone. So I'm always free to answer any questions. I love the whole Instagram thing. I can talk about that all day long. Like I could literally talk about that all day long because it has made both pages just kind of run on their own. Like I don't really have I don't even need to log in, and I already know like what I'm gonna log into. I'm gonna log into follows. I'm gonna log into likes. I'm gonna log into comments. Like it just kind of runs itself. Like you wanna make it as easy as possible. As they always say, work smarter, not harder. And that, even though it's only Instagram, like people are very visual. So as long as your page is visually appealing, like you're still like people will still come across your page. People will find it with the right hashtags and all those different things. Like I see some people who haven't posted for like 3 months and they still getting comments and likes. I see within like the last 2 weeks or something. So they're definitely doing something right.
All right, I got 2 questions. My first question is, now I asked about the cakes. Do you provide bartender services?
I do not. I'm not a bartender. I do have 2 bartenders that I work with, but I don't normally include them in my pricing. But I do say, hey, like, I have these 2 bartenders. If you, and like I said, it's all situational. A lot of the venues I work with provide the alcohol, like a Martin's West. Many of the hotels that I work with, the bartender and the bar are included. But in the event that I'm doing a wedding or like the gala center or, something like that, then, I definitely throw in, hey, I have a bartender, blah, blah,
blah. Well, I got to give a shout out to my homeboy, Mo Dirty, Prohibition Mobile Bar. If you don't know who Mo is, you know him if you see him because you know Derek Chase.
Who?
She knows Derek too.
Who's Derek?
D Chase.
D Chase. Everybody loves Fridays at Oxygen Lounge.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Boom. So here's the thing. D Chase is one of the biggest influencers that we have in Baltimore, but he also is a political influencer in the Baltimore area. So, but he's also Mark's age.
Well, I don't know how old they are. They might be my age. I don't know.
I know, but in everyone's in Mark's mind, everyone knows D Chase, no matter how old they are. So that's what just happened to you. It was the everyone knows moment. So it's okay.
I mean, like, contrary to belief, like I know people, but I do not like. I know a lot of people, but I still feel like I know no one. Like, to be honest. So, I don't be out here like that. My party days is over.
Now, my other question is within the rehearsal dinners, the weddings themselves, and the receptions. Explain everything that consists in them and which one is the most difficult to plan.
Between the ceremony and the reception?
Between the rehearsal dinner, the wedding itself, and the wedding reception.
Oh, the rehearsal dinner. Okay, the rehearsal dinner, I normally don't even touch that. That's something that the parents can do to dinner. I run the rehearsal, and normally the rehearsal is at wherever they're getting married, whether it's church, the hall. If their venue does not provide rehearsals, then we get creative and we have it somewhere else. And I just still set it up as if we're at that particular venue. But as far as the dinner aspect, I've only been asked once to actually help. And it wasn't helping plan it. They just wanted me to help decorate it. Well, not help decorate it. They wanted me to decorate it. So the dinner, and I make it very clear when people book me, like, I don't plan the dinner unless that is a special request, and you would have to ask me, ahead of time, and I would have to have enough time to set up the dinner, and that's after we run through the rehearsal, because we go and rehearse this wedding.
Right. Don't play with me. Snap.
No, we got to rehearse. And again, like I said, that's one of those things that I've made a rule. If we can't do a rehearsal, it's no way. If you want me to do your wedding, we have to have a rehearsal. I don't give a damn where we do the rehearsal. It can be in a parking lot somewhere. It's gonna happen.
You gotta have some type of rehearsal.
I don't play that. I don't play that. It's only been one wedding where that happened. And I'm not going to say I regret it, but it just made me know that no matter what people say no, it's going down. I don't care who's there, who's not there. Guess what? I'm covering all my bases. But as far as between the ceremony and the reception, it just kind of depends. Obviously, the ceremony holds the most weight because the whole reason for the wedding is the ceremony. Them to say I did. That's the whole reason that we there. All that getting drunk and who ordered the chicken or the steak, that's fun and all. But the whole reason that we're there is
the ceremony.
Yeah, exactly, for the ceremony. So it as far as with the reception, it can be a lot of details that go into that, as far as just like I said, those minor details like the food. Who ordered this? Who ordered that? Who has those allergies? It's a lot more details that go into the reception because, there's a lot of things that go on with the DJ. So we have the song for the first dance, the song for the entrance. What time are we doing the toast? What time are we doing the cake cutting? Are we doing a memorial ceremony? So it's a lot more details within the reception. And obviously, most receptions are 3 hours. A good reception is 4 hours, but most receptions are 3 hours. So I have to fill that 3 hours. Obviously, they're not going to dance the entire time, but I want to map it out so that they get a good portion of dancing and having fun. But we do want to make sure that we touch those main points. Such as the cake cutting and all those different things, that we have to get to.
What are your company values?
Like I was saying before, be personal. Always treat them, like they're your family. That's what I feel like would be my values. Always treat them like their family. Add that personal touch.
I can say the being personal part definitely is the greatest effect on businesses, especially as women and entrepreneurs. I know we have 5 minutes, so I'm going to make this short and sweet. But one thing that I know with doing hair, because I also travel, all of my services are within the DMV area. As long as you're not going past like Alexandria and Virginia, I'm fine. And I'll travel to Baltimore, but I'm gonna make that money. I'm fine. I'm good with it. But I realized that when you become personable with your clients, they'll treat you like family. Not only will they treat you like family, but you get different perks. I have a family that feeds me every time I'm there. That is so beautiful. I have someone who gives me an extra tip every time I'm there. It's different things that you actually get and perks that you get from having these personal relationships. But on top of that as well, they pass you on to someone else. I literally have picked up so many clients through word of mouth. And for a very long time, I didn't even have my services on Instagram. And right now,
and it was the same way for me. I feel like as good as you treat your clients, they will run their mouths about you. They will continue to tell people how great of a job you've done. And that's all I really want from my clients. You know what I mean? Obviously, I want them to have a great time and, enjoy their wedding or event or whatever it is. But definitely, obviously the end goal is to get another referral out of that. So they're constantly letting their friends and family know just how amazing I am, which is,
works in your favor.
Right,
yes.
Works in my favor, yes.
Yeah, see, that's one thing I can say that's beneficial, because I wanted to talk about the networking aspect of it too. We only have 5 minutes though, so we're gonna,
though. It's important. I mean, what you guys are doing now with your radio, station, like you give people an opportunity to come on, like myself, and talk about their business, talk about things that maybe aren't business related. So it's really important to keep that networking going. And I especially love what you guys are doing with the nonprofit. I would love to come and help one of these days. That would be great.
Come on out.
But I will. But yeah, I think the networking piece is really, really important. You know, making sure that you are a part of as many organizations as you can be, something that helps with your business or helps you personally. It doesn't have to always be business, like I was saying before.
Yeah, like I'm saying it all. Give me a minute.
Look, see, take your time. I got this. Hey, Ebony. Every month, within the weekend, we try to do it within the weekend. It doesn't always happen. I think it's only been once or twice, maybe 3 times that we haven't done it within the weekend of Feed the Homeless with DC and Baltimore. But we try to put a network and a social gathering within the weekend of our Feed the Homeless events between DC and Baltimore.
Now, are y'all still doing the Feed the Homeless event during the quarantine?
We did April.
Okay.
We did it in March. It's April now. We're not doing it this
March. We didn't do it in April. This is April. I'm thinking we were in May. Oh God, I'm like 2 weeks ahead of schedule.
May is up in the air.
That was. Do you still not want to do even with what we did with?
We're gonna talk about it when we get off camera.
Oh, okay.
All right, because we got to work some things out. There's a lot of things that go along with that. We have 2 minutes.
Okay.
Ebony, but what I was trying to get to is we do today's career women networking and social gathering.
Okay.
Within the Feed the Homeless weekend. I'm gonna get with T, and I'm gonna get with 2 or 3 different other entrepreneur women that are involved, and we're gonna come up with a date, weekend, whatever. It'll be a Saturday, because a lot of people are like, you know, when they lift the quarantine and everything goes back to normal, a lot of people are like, the first week or 2, I'm not going out.
I will go out. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Me?
I'm going crazy in this damn house. I don't know if I'm gonna go out.
My friend's house, but going out, I'm
see,
away.
here's the thing. I've been like out this whole time, not like out at clubs, but I haven't really stopped with my normal things of like going to go visit friends and stuff like that. So
yeah, my friends come and visit me. I go out and visit them at least twice a week. I can't be in a house by myself for a long periods of time. I said longs of time. How dare you? Long periods of time. So I get it. Like, I have to get out. Like, this quarantine is chill. It's not for me. I'm glad my friends know when they come.
Yeah.
But
right.
I'll get with you and let you know what date that we plan it for. But we gotta have you come out.
Okay.
We gotta have you come out. We gotta have you come out and throw out your business cards and network and socialize and hey, let's get it in. But like I said, a lot of people are saying, you know, the first week or 2, I'm not coming out because everyone everything is shut down. So they're saying the first week or 2, that's gonna be the week or 2 that you don't want to go out because that's when all the you know we don't talk like that on a radio show. But I'm gonna keep it real. That's when all the idiots and the assholes are gonna come out.
Yes. And it's also 9:30. You got to be watching the time. You know, we got a shorter amount of time to get everything worked in. And it's the end.
Okay.
It is the end, Miss Ebony. One more time, throw out your social contacts.
Yeah, so my social media handle, again, if they are looking to do business, plan a wedding, or any type of social event, I'm definitely open to a consultation, and they can go to Plan Accordingly Events. That's for Facebook and Instagram. Of course, for the website is www.planaccordinglyevents.com. And again, if they want to read on my blog, that's also on the website. If they want to connect with me personally, they can head over to Instagram, ebony.ebron.
All right. Thank you. For anyone who would like to follow me on Instagram, my name is T_the_busy_bee, TEY_the_busy_bee. If anyone would like to follow Mark on Instagram, is at Skylyne_Mark, SKYLYNE. We also have a radio show page. Mark, what's the radio show page?
Skylyne, SKYLYNE_radio.
And our regular foundation page is at Skylyne, SKYLYNE_foundation_2016. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate everyone who has been tuning in. Thank you, Ebony, for coming on the show. Thank you to our producer, Mani. Oof, almost did it again. Thank you, Mani, for producing
Ebony,
our show again for us. And we'll be
Ebony,
back next
we
week.
appreciate you. We thank you. We love you.
You're so welcome.
And when we go back to the normal status, we gotta bring you back on the show on a real show.
Yes, and we will see you guys next week. Good night.
All right. Good night. How do I get off here?
Right.